Floor is yours.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? My name is Sanquin Starks. I'm born and raised right here in Niagara Falls, New York. Actually, right across the street, Union Park. I am currently. I went to Deauville College. That's where I went to school for 4 years. Right now, I work with City Financial. I actually work with the city. I'm on the vice chairman at the Niagara Falls Housing, Water Authority, and I'm also on the Niagara Falls Youth Board. Nice to meet everybody.
How's it going, everybody? My name is George Alexander, Buffalo native, went to City Honors for high school. Spent 4 years as a student manager for Jim Bay High in Syracuse. After that, I ended up coaching at Nichols for a year, won the Manhattan Cup. Spent the past 2 seasons as an assistant coach at Lodi College. Maybe there might be something good in the future. So, very happy to be here, very happy to see everybody, and very happy to talk to you.
I'm Monica. I'm the head volleyball coach at Canisius. I was at Butler University in Indianapolis for 4 years before that. I coached in a few other places to get started. I graduated from Southern Illinois, had a full scholarship to play volleyball there. When I was here in Buffalo, I'm actually returning after many years. I played at City Honor School, graduated from there, won 2 state championships while I was there, and was runner-up, a 3rd one. So that's my background. I'm very happy to be here. So whatever questions you have, please feel free to ask.
My name's Stan Wogan. If a couple of you guys call me Stan when the school year starts, you're in trouble. As many of you guys know, a teacher at Niagara Falls High School, phys ed teacher at Niagara Falls High School, and the hockey coach at the high school. But a little bit of my background. They grew up in the city of Niagara Falls. I'm a graduate of the old high school over on Pine Avenue there. Grew up, I was a baseball, hockey guy. My college experience is not at the Division III where I went to Brockport. I did not play at the Division III level. I played at the club level. Just to talk about a little bit of background, some of the advantages of playing club sports and whatnot, but looking forward to talking about that a little bit.
My name is Greg Gamble, Niagara Falls native, went to Niagara Falls High School in 2001 and 2005. I went to college at the University of Buffalo, where I played basketball there for 4 years. I'm born and raised here, man, so I look forward to answering any questions that you guys have regarding the student athlete experience.
My name is Davon McCune. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I graduated from City Honors. I played and walked on to UB football team from 05 to 09. And I'm here to give you an experience from a walk-on, so never give up on your dreams. Keep going if you're in the sports.
Okay. Well, thank you all for introducing yourselves. Before we open it up for open questions, we have a couple questions that were already written down. Each of the students had an opportunity to write a question on the cue card. And I want to start off, and we'll go from right to left and give everyone the opportunity if you want to answer that question. The first question is it hard getting into college sports?
Well, for me, yeah, I mean, it's not easy. I mean, it's a lot of competition. When I was in Niagara Falls, like Greg, we beat everybody. We don't lose too much. So you get to college, it's like it's different. You know what I mean? What's that? Let me get back. I promise you that. But when you get to college, a lot more competition, a little bit more business. Actually, it's probably a lot more business. It's all about winning. So, my personal experience, I would say it's definitely hard. And you definitely got to work for it.
It's hard. If it was easy, everybody would. You're looking at the top echelon of players in the country that end up playing, between NCAA, Division I, II, III, NAIA, what have you. This is not an easy thing to do. It's rewarding, it's worth it. But, take it from me, I was a student manager, and that was hard. You know what I mean? That wasn't an easy thing to come into. And there's no part of this that is easier for the faint of heart or for anybody to do. just know that, you know, you're undertaking something that not everybody gets to do.
I'd like to add that it's very competitive. You know, you have to think of two things, and that's being a student and being an athlete. So as I'm recruiting young people, I definitely am looking for those that are competitive in the classroom as well. What else do you do outside of volleyball? As a coach, I have two priorities, and they are to graduate you and to win games. But I also know that you have a life, and I want to make sure that you can balance being a student and being an athlete and growing. You know, the young man in there, I forgot his name already, but he was talking about how much he grew as a person during his years in college. So there's this whole other component that you need to be very aware of. Is the person you go in, hopefully the person you come out will be very different than the person that you went in. So I just want you to keep in mind that being competitive in the classroom is as important as being competitive on the court or field, whatever sport that you're playing.
Can I just say one thing? If I was all of you, I would definitely take note that she's also a recruiter. So she's not speaking to you in the perspective of just the athlete, but also a person who was an athlete, but also now an actual recruiter. And this is the person that you would actually be trying to appeal to, you know, so you can become recruited as well one day. And she said a key thing, student athlete. There's two parts to that.
Absolutely, absolutely. I just want to give you guys some numbers here. I looked this up, and I posted, I did the Wolverine Athletics Twitter account at the high school, and I posted this past year, just to give you an idea of how hard it is to be a college athlete. I'll talk about basketball. There's 541,000 basketball players in the country. 541,000 basketball players. There's 18,000 that make the NCAA. That ends up being 3.4% of high school basketball players go on to play at the college level. 1% go to Division I, 1% go to Division II, 1.4% go to Division III. It's hard. It's really hard. So, student athlete, that student is a priority there. So to put it simply, yes, it's very difficult.
Just to reiterate the point, it is difficult, but it is possible.
Yep.
I think that one thing that student athletes have to keep in mind is you just have to have a work ethic, right? You have, like you said, over 500,000 players just in the sport of basketball. We're not talking about football, or volleyball, or baseball, which those numbers really go up in baseball because there's more players, there's more positions. But you know, Gary Payton, who played for the Seattle Supersonics, he stated that when you think about being a scholar athlete, you don't think about the 6 a.m. study hall or the 7 a.m. class and the 5 a.m. weightlifting session and practice at 11 and class after practice, right? Plus homework, plus exams, plus road trips, plus games. You know, all those things go into it. But it is difficult. It's extremely difficult. And every year, as a college athlete, you're really competing for your position, right? Because the coach is always going to be thinking 4 years ahead. So you might have a position this year, but next year you're going to have to face the new guy who's going to be the freshman, or the new girl who's going to be the freshman, and she may be a little bit more athletic than you. She may have a higher IQ than you know. So when you get put in that position, you kind of have to bring everything together. And really the thing that sustains you is your work ethic. So it's difficult, but it is possible.
Yeah, and last, so I can only basically say the same things that they're saying, but there's so many levels to it. There's top tiers, people who get recruited right off the bat. Some kids go to prep schools, some people go to junior college before they get into the D3, D2, and 3-1. There's a lot of ways, and some people like myself, they walk on. So I was fortunate enough that I had the student part down packed. I went to City Honors, which is a very good school, and so that part was knocked out of the way. And when I started at UB on a football team, they take I think it was 105 athletes and 105 lockers. I came in with a class called 10 walk-ons. I'm the only one that stayed all 4 years. It is hard. You know, I'm saying, especially when if you don't got the scholarship and you're not getting a refund check and they're not taking care of it, you have to pay for it yourself and things like that. It is definitely hard. And you gotta be hungry. Because every year, there's new freshmen that are coming in and they hungry. And when you're in high school, we was all the best ones in high school. When we was in high school, we all won championships. We were great at what we did. Then when you get to college, and those athletes are bigger, faster, stronger, more, more better prepared. Some of them, one of the big things I learned is that a lot of the scholarship players, they'll have personal trainers. When they went back home, they were still training. And football, I don't know how basketball goes, but football, it don't stop. The season is over in November, maybe you go to a bowl game or not, but as soon as you get back in January, we right back at it, 5 in the morning, running. Working at 8 in the morning, and you still gotta go to classes. You gotta come back and look at tape of what we did wrong last year and get yelled at and go through walkthroughs. And this is Buffalo, so it's cold, so we out there without hardly anything on it, so you really have to want it. But like Greg said, it is possible, and I'm here to tell you that it is possible. I only played 2 years in high school. Happened to win a championship in one of my years. I played for South Park. And this is before Buffalo opened up to everybody. When I played, it was only Buffalo high schools playing Buffalo high schools. So it was very different. I didn't understand how competition really was. I didn't play anybody from out of state. You go and these boys, they, they confident, they prideful, you know what I'm saying? And then you let a little walk-on come on and show them up, and then they shot. But it's because I was hungry. I wanted it more than anything. Running back.
Okay.
I'm short, so it doesn't position, or maybe a slot receiver, But yeah, if you want it, you have to be hungry and you take care of them grades. There are so many talent. One of the best running backs I ever seen. He was averaging like 7 yards a carry. He graduated 0 credits. This is my first semester, all fall, 05. 0 credits. He didn't pass any class. Straight zeros. He was so good that our coaches, he had to get kicked off. He went to community college. They said, if you get your grades, we'll bring you back. Because they ain't gonna run it back. Averaging 7 yards a carry every time, and he graduated 0. He was phenomenal. He was like a Jerome Bettis. He's a bigger dude, speed and size.
Where is he now?
I lost track of him, but he dropped out of community college and he went back home. And I don't know what he's doing now. But one of the most talented people I've ever seen. But all the talent in the world doesn't mean nothing if you can't pass your class. It is you literally are a student athlete, and you have to take care of that part. Grades will never hurt you. I run an after school program, and I tell my kids, no matter what it is, music, sports, or whatever, grades will never hurt you.
Okay, so we definitely appreciate you all answering